Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review, and today we are finally getting back into the Race Craze Edition Diecast. That's right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 of them to do. I'm so happy. Anyway, welcome back. It has been a while, kind of. I've been uploading content more regularly, but now I'm finally recording on a regular basis again, and it feels really good. So, what is this car in front of me? What reason would I have to unbox this car? Which car is it? Which one are we looking at? Well, now I realize me asking you all these questions is stupid because I probably titled the video exactly what's in it, so why am I teasing? There we go. Anyway, today, Auto Trader Echo Park 400 at Texas. Who was the winner? Chase Elliott in the Hooters car. Last win for Hooters because they pretty much exited out of the sport after this. So yeah, let's get into it. This is the Elite Premier. There's our box right there. I'll show you that. We have our cool all gold one side there, 124 scale. Go back to this side, all gold as well. Just kind of a cool box style. And then we got the rest of it down inside. Let's see here. Do I need to grab a card? I do. Give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. Bingo. Okay, had to grab one of these because I got to fill this out every time. Even though it really doesn't matter on this one because the whole point of me filling it out, I'm keeping this car. This goes in my collection as a Chase fan. But I always like to fill this out so that way, I've got it for future records in case I ever did sell it for some reason. So we start with the driver. Driver is going to be Chase Elliott. I wish I had better handwriting. Stay in school, kids. If you don't stay in school, you're going to end up like me with bad handwriting. I also am left-handed by choice. That was a mistake. And then we're talking 20, 24, and Texas. Bingo. Okay, and then the only other thing I got to do is put the DIN number on it, and we should be all ready to go on the card front. But let's get into it here. I'm going to grab all these inserts out, and we'll grab the cover. Even though I've not even opened one of these covers yet, so they're literally that worthless. They were worthless back in 2008 when we had them too, by the way. So they are literally one of them things. It's like, it's a cool little thing they throw in, but it does nothing. We don't need them. If anything, I'd rather have the cloth bags back that you'd put them on to protect the paint. I love those things. Those were awesome. Okay, so here we go. There is our die cast for the Texas race win, and our DIN number right out of the gate is 129. So it's 129 of... I gotta look at the box again. It's on the bottom of the box. 129 of 375. So DIN number is 129 of 375. There we go. 129 of 375. Bingo. Okay, now that I filled the rest of the card out, even though, again, my handwriting is mid at best, there it is. So if it ever ends up on eBay 50 years down the road or something, I see it, I'll probably buy it again because it's cool just to go and find stuff that's that old. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right on into it here. Let's start with our inserts. So we've got this is the cloth that goes over the car. We always have those. We also have, let's see what else we've got. There's the Elite Premier card. It's not special in any way, it just says Elite Premier. Kind of neat though. Has the little gold Elite logo on it. Then we go to this one, which is the card. So we got April 14th, 2024, Chase Elliott, Auto Trader Echo Park 400. He led 39 laps on the day, started 24th. And I'm going to go into some details about this race here in a minute, but he did end under caution. And then right here you can see we do have the race win sticker. And then we have the certificate of authenticity here. DIN 129 of 375, so we've got that piece as well. Now, 2 more pieces. This is something that comes with all Hendrick cars, just essentially a bumper advertisement for HendrickSheetMetal.com or Hendrick's website where they sell their sheet metal. Then we also have the Build Your Own Garage, and then the last piece is the Lionel custom form thing. So that is all of the little pieces and cards that come with it. Move those over there. Now, the next thing that I needed to do on this car is we're going to go ahead and take the cover off, and we'll take this piece of plastic off, and we'll get right to the car because this is a interesting car. I am thrilled that he finally was able to win with Hooters, even though Hooters immediately ended up exiting the sport. Not great, but at least we got one of the Hooters wins before that happens. we have, obviously, it's on the base here. And if you don't know anything about the Elite Premier Edition, what do I do with them? Normally, I will take and I will stick my official Race Craze sticker right there, and the pin will get put right there. So we're going to go ahead and do that probably real quick because I have my stickers right behind me here. These videos are always fun, too. They're a little bit longer because I'm literally getting to put together an Elite Premier. And so, as you can see, I am now down to my 4th Race Craze Edition. For those who don't know which ones have been made, the Denny Hamlin Clash has been made. The Christopher Bell Dual Win was made. And the William Byron Daytona 500 was made. So this is the 4th edition. There's obviously a ton to make. I have a whole batch of them ready to go. But that's where we're at in the list of like making them. Unfortunately, there's a couple that are already announced that they will not be getting made. Denny Hamlin's Dover Win, they didn't make. And also they didn't make, which other one? Christopher Bell's Phoenix Win. So that one won't be I won't have a Race Craze edition for that. But still cool. And then, like I said, what I'll do here, and I'm not going to do it on video. You know what? Maybe I will do it on video. And then I'll do a different video doing more of the review part. But then we're going to drill 2 holes in the base here, and we're going to put this pin in because it's a... Oh, wait, no, it's a single pin. Oh, cool. So it's only 1 pinhole, so actually that'll be really easy. I'll just put 1 pinhole in there, and then it'll slide right in place. So, but first, we're going to go ahead and pull this car off of its base, and that way we can take a look at it. And then we're going to have a second video where I show off some really cool stuff related to this car. And by related to this car, they're not related to this specific car at all, but I have a Liquid Edition, I have a Galaxy Edition of this car, and I also have an all-new finish that I've never had reviewed before on this channel that I'm going to show off today, or in the next video. So I hope you guys are staying tuned for that. So let's go ahead and dive right in here. Now that I've got the base off, we'll do the hole drilling here in just a second. But there is the Elite Premier. So when you pop the Elite Premier trunk open, we do have the 2 tethers there, the fuel cell and everything in the back. We also have the Hooters paint scheme here, number 9. Obviously, we got the Texas confetti all over. Kind of sparkly, looks a lot like a Galaxy color. I have a Galaxy color, so I can show you the difference between this and a Galaxy color. So just so you guys can see the difference. We have the carbon fiber down here along the splitter, the 2 little yellow tips on the edges of that splitter, a little bit of confetti down there as well. You can't see it, but there is some detail on the inner cab there. Also, we do have the driver's side mirror. Those are exclusive to the Elite Premier. We'll go ahead and flip it upside down real quick. See if this wants to open up. Not really. I'm not going to do it. So one thing I have noticed about these roof flaps, and the reason I'm going to hold that one shut, is because the roof flaps like to get caught on some of the hoses. This one's not so bad. There's the tethers on the back of the roof flap. There are 2 on the back of this one as well, and you can kind of see it in there. We'll maybe see if you can see it from the back. But basically, these 2 hoses right here against the window. See those 2 hoses? The line goes right in between them, and so when you pull the roof flap up, it'll sometimes get wedged and stuck, and then you can't get the roof flap back down. So when I have it sitting in there like that and it's sitting nicely, I tend to just leave it because I'm not going to open that roof flap a ton anyway, and I am going to risk more problems by opening it than I am to just leave it. Another thing about these that are really cool, I'm going to have to get under the hood here real quick so I can show you that, is the engine detail. So these have some different engine details to it. They've got... there we go. Pop that all the way open. You can see the carbon fiber and Chevy logos there. The 2 tethers are there. I would love to get plug wires. There's still the holes in the engine block. They're there. We can put those in, Lionel. Let's see if we can get those plug wires in next year, huh? Let's see if we can make that happen. That'd be great. Just give us something. Give us just a little bit, or at least give us the opportunity to add them. That'd be cool too. But anyway, so yeah, that's the detail under the hood. The other thing about Elite Premiers is this piece right here. That is metal. So DIN number 129, that is a metal piece. On the other ones, it is plastic. So this one is going to be, I think it's closer to 3 pounds altogether in its box. I'll actually have to do that sometime. I'll weigh all of them in weight so you guys know exactly how heavy the car is. Because plastic, on an ARC, this piece is plastic, this shield here. And then the actual chassis piece is plastic. On the Elite, the chassis piece is metal, but this is still plastic and removable. And then on the Elite Premier, this is metal, that's metal, everything's metal, except for, of course, the roll cage and stuff is still plastic. So just a couple of those neat differences. But let's go ahead and get right into the details. So right here, I talked about the carbon fiber splitter, the air intake right there. You can see the confetti up there on the hood. I'm not sure what's right here on the hood, if that's just like Gatorade or some type of drink spillage up along there, but it's on all the cars, so it's part of the detail. But yeah, see all that speckled? It's not dirt. I think it's like Gatorade or something. But then you see on the side, we got our number 9, the matte black with the orange looking real sharp. We got the Hooters Owl, Coca-Cola, UniFirst, and Lumar. There you can see the little yellow tape pieces on each of the rims. A little bit of pixelated detail on that tire, so not necessarily my favorite, but it still looks okay. And then we got the orange, silver, and black again back here. The orange, silver, and black looks real sharp. Really, this is a good-looking paint scheme if you take out all of the... if you take away all the confetti and stuff, this is a really pretty cool paint scheme. Really too bad that Hooters exited after this. I know it was money trouble, but it would have been really cool to see Hooters stick around just because of the history and the sport and stuff. But it was cool that Hooters at least got to have one win with Chase Elliott before they exited, because they were so close so many times. I can't remember how many different second place finishes Hooters had, and for them to finally get up on a win. This would be the second favorite car. I would have loved for him to have gotten the Bristol Night Race in 2021 or the Indy Road Course in 2021. He was pretty quick in both those races. But hey, he finally got a Hooters win, so that counts. But anyway, yeah, let's go back to the right side here. You can see a little bit down here along the I know rocker box, I believe is what they call this or whatever. It's this whole undercarriage box of where the air flows. You got the exhaust pipe here with a little piece of Texas confetti on there. I think we already did the back. The spoiler's got a little bit of detail with it. You can see a little bit of the speckles from the champagne, I guess we'll call it. And then there's just some marks on all 4 tires. You know, you can see some of the digitalized, it's supposed to be tire wear marks, but it's a little pixelated on all 4 tires. So overall, the paint scheme is a real good one, and obviously this being Chase Elliott's only win of 2024, obviously he did win an Xfinity Series race, so that's going to count a little bit, but it's not going to be as widely remembered as this one. But you can find this diecast, it's everywhere. Like I said, 375 Elite Premieres, that's a high number. So there's going to be plenty of these out there to be found. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and roll this off, and let's go ahead and get right down to it, because I'm going to need to create the last pieces of this diecast. So I'm going to pull the screws out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to position where I want this pin to sit, and we'll set it in there. It's not going to sit in here full time, but the good news is the pins are removable. There's nothing that makes you have to keep the pin where it's at, or where it sits right now. What I will do is I will actually set the Chase Elliott car back on here real quick. That way I make sure I'm not too far to one side or the other. There we go, right there. So we want that pin to go right about there. I'm just going to push on it, see if the pin can leave a little bit of an indentation. And I believe it did. Yep, that's the little mark. So I have a little mark to go off of. And now I'm actually going to take a drill that I keep with me. And I'm going to start the hole here, but I'm going to finish it somewhere else. There's the mark. Right there. All right, now, I'm already on the way through. All I'm going to do now is pick it up. Almost there. I'm going to need to just hold it at a different angle. I can't quite get a good angle when it's sitting way out in front of me and the camera. Done. Okay, so now that I did that, I just took my little Milwaukee drill, got a hole drilled. I'm going to go ahead and push those pieces off to the floor. It's a very small hole, just a little hole like that, so that you don't really notice it. But the good news is, once you do know where it is, you can just take this here, slap it in there, and it sits nice and flush. Now, the only downside I have come into thus far is sometimes these pins aren't quite long enough for the pin backers to reach. And this one is also going to be the same situation. So if I want to get it to hold, like actually sit all the way down in there, I'm going to need to get a different type of pin backer. But the good news is these come out when I ship them anyway. When it's all said and done, the car will sit roughly... Am I too far back? No, I'm too far back. It's got to sit right there. So the car will sit something like this once it's all said and done. And then the other thing I do is I take... And I'm not going to do it on this one because, like I said, I'm keeping this one, so I'm not going to quite adjust it this way because I'm a Chase Elliott collector. But all the other ones, the race win card, I have to trim, and I'll explain why here real quick. So anytime you're looking at these Elite Premieres, they're all going to be on eBay and whatnot. So I just want to make sure you guys know what you're looking at. Where did I put the plastic cover for this? Did I lose it? Guys, I'm going crazy. Where'd I put it? Bro, where did I put... Oh, here it is. It's right by my foot. It's literally clear. good clear cover. I'll give it that. Anyway, so let me show you one more time again. So when I put this on, that's where it sits. This card is just a smidge too tall. Here's about where we want it to sit. And I try to put it on the inside. I could start putting it on the outside like this. I never really thought of that. I could theoretically stick it to the outside like this, and then it really isn't a huge deal. And then the other thing we do is we take the Race Wind sticker. Oops, not that one. We take this Race Wind sticker and we put it over here on the left side. So it would look something like that. It's hard to, I can't hold it, but anyway, I would on the other cars. We stick it in there like this. If I could, I keep dropping it. Anyway, there we go. So there's how it would kind of look on the backdrop. So when it's all said and done, what you end up with is the backdrop of the case looking somewhat like this, and then the front looking like this. So there you can see what the bottom looks like. There it is on the case, or on the stand. So that's what the stand looks like. That's what the case will look like. Like I said, I do have to trim the card ever so slightly to make it fit on the inside. I try to keep them all on the inside so they stay clean, and then I use double-sided little tabs to stick the card on the inside so everything stays inside the case. It's one nice unit. The only downside, like I said, these have to come out when shipping because this doesn't get held in place. So when you do get one of these cars, the pin comes separately, and then you just have to, you know, the holes are drilled. So the good news is you don't have to drill holes. I take care of that. But then once you get it, you just take the pin, slide it right in there like that, and it sits right in there. And it looks real nice. I really like the way these turn out. Like I said, this one's different because this is going to go in my Chase Elliott collection, which I'll show off in the next video. But that's where this one's going to be. So there's no point in me taking all the cards and everything and outfitting it because I'm going to use it slightly differently from my personal use. But yes, if you're looking at it, that's how you can tell the difference between the Race Craze editions and not. It has the sticker, has the pin, and like I said, the way I outfit this case, it all is one good solid unit. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Let me know if you think I should maybe not trim the card and maybe just stick it to the back of the case like this. I think it's possible that this could work. It's still just a smidge tall. It sticks up just a little bit on each side, but I wouldn't have to trim the card down, but it also doesn't look as good because the acrylic, let me show you here, but the acrylic is in between the card, so it looks more faded, where if I pull it out and put it here, it looks a little cleaner. But you can see it's not that much taller. I literally just have to trim a tiny layer off the bottom and top. Usually it's the top is where the first trim goes because there's not really, I don't trim any useful stuff out of the card. But yeah, you can see it's just a smidge too tall. And so that's how it kind of looks though when it's all said and done, and then they just kind of stick in there. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on the Race Craze editions in the comments below. Also, stay tuned. There is going to be one more diecast review for the Texas wins as I show off some special finishes. But let me know what you think of them. You can also find some of the special finishes and regulars at rasdiecast.com. Also at the eBay page, there will be some special finishes hanging out over there. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. This has been Race Craze, and we'll see you in the next diecast review.